We're okay after Tuesday night.
I hope so. Yeah, I think so. We've done what we needed to do to give the players every chance of recovering and going down to Plymouth and being ready for another tough game.
Obviously, the fallout from Tuesday night's game, the post-match press conferences continues. Don't want to dwell on it, but Richard Money's issued a denial. Do you just leave it there?
I don't want to get dragged into a war of words, Paul, to be honest, mate, with Richard Money. All I would say is I know exactly what he said to me, and he will know exactly what he said to me, and there were people on my bench who knew exactly what he said to me. And to be honest, that's my conscience is clear on that part, and that's all I want to do. I want to concentrate on a really tough game at Plymouth. I hope the wind's blowing, because I think we're decent in the wind apparently. So I think it's time for the football just to take over and carry on. And I'm sure. That's what's needed in this situation.
No, John Marquis. How much emphasis is there on whoever comes in to replicate his work rate?
A massive. Whoever comes in, Byron, Rafa, Eusebio, it has to be that, because we've proved when we work as hard as we've worked the last couple of games, we won games of football. We're competitive. We've got great spirit. We work extremely hard, and when we all do what we do well, we're a decent side who was capable of getting results, and whoever comes in needs the work ethic that John Marquis gave us the other night, as did Terry, as did the whole group. So it's a little bit of pressure on someone, but one that we should be relishing and stepping up to the plate and delivering.
Obviously, you've had a couple of suspensions this year. How important is it that players are going to get booked for fouls, but they avoid the needless ones for that chap?
Yeah. Listen, we've won fair play awards at this football club, and I have in my managerial career. I'm a competitive person. I used to try and referee games when I was on the pitch, and that's what I was like. But people knew I was honest and fair, and that's nothing's changed. My players have to be the same. We're competitive. I don't think we're in any way go out to hurt people or anything like that. Far from it. It just happens that we've picked up a few more bookings than normal. We've had a couple suspended, as you say. But that's what happens sometimes. That's life. You get on with it, and the people who've stepped in have done well. It's part of football. Needless ones, I don't like back chat. I don't like, dissent ones, because they're needless, and we must make sure that we don't have too many of those, because we're not a team that, as I say, we're not a team that is confrontational and stuff like that. So.
And in terms of the work rate, I suppose the difficult part is breaking down the Plymouth defence, which is the tightest in League Two.
Yeah, absolutely. I think John's knowledge of football is superb. The way he sets his teams up is really good. And we know, I read that they've got the best defensive record in the bottom three divisions in the Football League. So tremendous achievement from them so far. We've got to make sure we go and try and puncture it. So I try and get him inside it and score some goals. That's what our aim is to do, or at least emulate keeping a clean sheet at the other end. And hopefully, we cause some problems. We've started to score goals of late, which is pleasing, and it's reward for all the work that's been done on the training ground and just the belief that the boys are showing. Even when we went that sticky spell where winning games was proving difficult, I always said to you the belief was always there, and hopefully it started to turn now. And although we've got a long, really tough trip at a tough place at a proper football club, we've had a really good week so far. We can turn that into a really decent week if we can get something from the game.
And what's clicked that's enabled you to win those last two games?
Scoring goals. We've conceded a couple in those games, but we've scored goals, and the spirit has always been there. I say we've had 14 league games, 3 cup games, 17 games, and I can only think of one second half performance against Shrewsbury where we didn't really perform to the level we would have liked. And I think that was more, looking back on it, and hindsight's a great thing. I think the Bristol City game on the Wednesday night took more out of us than I envisaged, and then conceding a goal so quickly just knocked a little bit more out of us, and then they run away comfortable winners. They're a good side, as they proved on, as they've been proven all season. But to thump Bury just shows that. So excuse me. I don't think I'm not. There's nothing really changed. Just goals have started to go in. Terry's found his shooting boots, and one or two others have started joining in as well.
And as a team, do you feel that you look more comfortable with the lead now?
I didn't see it as being a problem. Shrewsbury, I think they conceded. If we would have just held on for another 5 minutes, I think it could have been a completely different story. But listen, that's football. That's what you have to deal with, and we didn't deal with it particularly well. We don't want to go behind and have to chase games. Of course we don't. Who do? Tell me a manager that does. But we've shown already this season that we're capable of doing so. But we'd far rather take the lead and give ourselves something to protect, to go, to keep, and it's far easier that way than chasing a game.
And is this just another test of sort of how far you can challenge yourselves against a team above you?
Yeah, a point above us, a few places. It's so tight, and as we know, we've had a sticky period, and we're 6 points off top of the league. So we feel like we're in a good place. We've set targets. Craig, who does the analysis, we could be a point below or 2 points above or a point above where we want to be on where we're supposed to be after 15 games, depending on the result at the weekend. We're pretty much on course for what we're trying to achieve, for what we feel we're capable of at least achieving, and we've just got to keep ploughing on.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Paul.